Despite what everybody on the entire planet thinks, I'm not perfect. I'm actually a man with several flaws, and one of them is I'm kind of bad at watching anime. And I know you might be thinking, what? That makes no sense. How could someone be bad at watching anime? Well, there are many, many anime that people love that are incredibly popular that I just haven't watched for one reason or another. In fact, there are quite a few. I'm only going to go over four today for you because I think it's kind of a decent amount to make. I mean, I don't want to make a video about like 78 anime I haven't seen. And I want to address something. I haven't seen many anime, like literally thousands of anime I haven't seen. Despite their overwhelmingly vocal fan base and critical acclaim, there are just various reasons that I haven't seen anime. And so the four that I chose today, I chose because they have a variety of reasons as to why I haven't watched them, ranging from extremely superficial to confusing and weird. And so I figured I'd choose these four so that I could kind of cover as big of a range of reasons to not watch in as small of amount of time. And I know what you're thinking. Why does he care about covering a wide range? Well, now that I can answer for you. So primarily, I just think this is kind of a fun, weird video to make, and so I like that. But if somehow me making this video can make people feel more secure in their choices to skip certain anime despite their friends or the public at large begging them to watch it, I'm all for it because you should stand by your choices. You're an absolute king, and obviously you can't be wrong. So, I figure we'll start with the big one, right? One Piece, which has an 8.64 rating on my anime list, which, quite frankly, anything above a 7 is pretty good in terms of scoring because it's just aggregate. So, that's big mode. Anything above an 8 is like crazy. So, having an 8.64, clearly people love this anime. And I figure we'll start with it because it's the easiest to explain and also, quite frankly, superficial as hell as to why I haven't watched it. The first reason is one that probably 18 billion people have said before me. It is memed about all the time, and that is the episode count. It is quite frankly overwhelming to think about watching so many episodes of the same show. I think I would probably die. Given my very risky lifestyle, it's actually not even a bad bet to take that One Piece might genuinely be unfinishable for me. I may pass on before I finish it. So it has just so many episodes that it's kind of intimidating to start. It's like, damn, I'm gonna have to dedicate a large portion of my life. I would have to stay up for like 2.5 weeks without sleeping, eating, going to the bathroom, anything. I would have to stay up for that long just to watch it. That is not the only reason, though. I am a man who welcomes challenge, and if it was just high episode count, no big deal. I would take it. But I find the art of One Piece revolting. I know I'm probably going to get people like, what the hell, what are you talking about? The art style of One Piece makes me want to throw up. I find that the huge differences in character design and size and shape and look, um, I find it visually jarring, and I don't like that. And just overall, I really don't like the art. I know people say it gets much better later on, and that's true. I've watched the first episode of One Piece at least 3 times now, trying to get into the show, and then I've seen clips from modern day One Piece, and I will say the art improves drastically. That being said, even modern day One Piece is very gross for me to look at. And then, it's a battle shonen. I've talked about how I'm a fan of battle shonen before. I like Bleach. I like, honestly, most of the big ones. Fuck, dude, I even like High School DxD. But one of the things about battle shonen is I have to either like some other aspect or find the power system of the show very intriguing, right? I do not find the whole devil fruit hockey, I think it's called. I don't really find that very compelling, personally. I'm not saying it's objectively bad by no means. I think One Piece is probably objectively good. It's just I am an extreme minority outlier here, and that I find it disgusting to look at. I think the voice actors are annoying, and the power system doesn't do anything for me. So next up, this is a reason that I think probably every single person who has ever watched any of my videos could relate to. But the anime is Erased. and it has an 8.32 on my anime list. So coming in just below One Piece in terms of total ranking. I think it's like six, maybe seven spots down in total popularity, something like that. So extremely popular anime. Now, my reason here is as superficial as it comes. I just haven't done it. Honestly, Erased seems like something I would like, but I guess let me rewind for a second. I have like three reasons, but primarily the reason, like I would say 90% of the reason is I just haven't watched it. It's been one of those things that's been kicking around my to watch list for years now, and I just never have. Like, a little story for you guys. I like to watch things on Netflix sometimes. And lately, every time I go on Netflix, what ends up happening is I add like four more things to my list, watch nothing, and then leave. And so that's kind of what's happened with a race is I've been like, oh yeah, I should definitely watch that, and I don't. And then I just don't. The other reason is extremely simple and quick. It's just been spoiled to shit with an anime this popular and one in this genre. I think spoilers are kind of a big yikes, and Erased has been spoiled every which way. Everyone has talked about it, and you've seen it, or you've seen things being said about it. So, shit, dude, I've even seen clips on YouTube Shorts of just like, here is the climactic finale of Erased. So, I've been heavily spoiled on the series, and if I had to pick one more weird nitpicky thing, it would be I don't really fuck with main characters that are kids. So, next up, we have our highest rated anime, and I believe the highest on the popularity rankings, and that is Steins Gate. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how everyone's always said it to me. Um, Two big reasons here. One is it's sci-fi, and sci-fi is really not my thing. In fact, sci-fi is probably my second least favorite genre in just in general. And the other thing is one that I'm sure a lot of people can also relate to, and that is the fan base for this show infuriates me at times. People have told me time and time again, you gotta watch Steins Gate, and then the way that they describe it is so frustrating that I end up saying, nope, I'm gonna be a stubborn asshole and I'm not going to watch this show. Almost every single person that has recommended the show to me, instead of telling me any tangible information about the show, even vague information, what they say is it's very slow to start. You'll be extremely bored at the beginning, but it really picks up and then it's good. Which, quite frankly, is the worst way to recommend a show. I would recommend a show like Hunter x Hunter, and I would say that it has a relatively slow beginning compared to where we end up. That being said, I would never recommend it to someone by saying, yeah, the beginning's a real piece of shit that you're going to have to suffer through for a long time. I would say, hey, no, the beginning still has some good stuff about it. Let me describe the show to you. Let me tell you actual information, like humans communicating with each other. So essentially, the reason I haven't watched Steingate is fuck Stein. I don't know why I said Steingate. Steins Gate. It's because fuck the fans, dude. They piss me off, and I'm a vindictive asshole. So finally, we have an anime, our last anime, in fact. I would say that we are ending on something that is an absolute certified classic in most people's minds, and that is Cowboy Bebop, which is sitting at a healthy 8.76 on my anime list. So, I think the second best rating of the four we've talked about. So, like I said earlier, I am not a fan of sci fi. One of my least favorite genres. Cowboy Bebop obviously is sci fi. So, that right there doesn't do it any favors. I am not compelled to watch something that is sci fi, even if people say it's amazing, but sometimes I will. However, Cowboy Bebop has two other major things going against it for me specifically. One is it's old. It's like as old as me, which cringe. It's basically as old as One Piece, except One Piece has at least modernized because it's continued going. Cowboy Bebop is just old, and I am not saying old animation is just bad. It is just not for me. And being that anime is a visual medium, I think that if you have a big problem with visuals in an anime, that kind of makes it near unwatchable for you. And then the final reason, and probably the dumbest reason, Cowboy Bebop live action came out. And a friend of mine said, hey man, You and I have both never seen the anime because we both don't like old looking animation. It's not our thing, specifically Japanese animation. Um, I think some old like Disney stuff looks okay. I don't know. That's probably racist. I'm sorry. But he said, "Hey, do you want to watch this live action Cowboy Bebop thing? Came out last year." And I said, "Sure, why not? I'm a swell guy. I'll watch anything with some of my buds." And it was horrible. It made me want to die. And I had to suffer through it because he insisted that we keep giving it a chance despite every single chance we gave it being thrown back in our face. So, because of the live action, any goodwill I had remaining towards Cowboy Bebop that could have potentially been used to force myself to watch the anime, yeah, that goodwill is gone. It's been fucking obliterated. It doesn't exist anymore because that show pissed me off so much. But there you have it. There is four incredibly popular and highly rated anime that I have never watched for a variety of reasons, ranging from, I would say, reasonable to incredibly superficial and even kind of mean. Uh, so that's it for the video. We did it. We accomplished what we wanted to. Goal achieved. So I don't know. Smash the button, hit the subscribe, follow the Discord. What the fuck, dude? Do whatever you want. I'll be back with another video about animals very soon.